Good morning, students. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of week 4. Click on objectives and due dates so that you can see what is due this week. You have a reading response that's due on Sunday evening. You have a class discussion, which is the peer review for essay number 1. We have another opportunity to identify the main point correctly. And as you know, if you get it correct, you get an extra 5 points. And the most important assignment due this week is essay number 1. Okay. Also, we have our reading selections, and you can click here, and you have 3 reading selections that are due this week. I would get those done no later than tonight. Try to annotate those and ask yourself, what is the most important content that the author wants me to know about this topic? And that's going to be the main point. It is not the examples of anything, it's not the explanation, it is the purpose for each of the paragraphs in reference to the topic. Okay? And certainly you can come to office hours and I'll be happy to help you identify the correct main point. But you have to have done the reading ahead of time when you come to office hours. Okay, for the identification of the main point, once again, I have provided the format. I also have identified the reading selection in which you are identifying the correct main point, and I provided MLA format for you so that you can follow that and have the opportunity to get extra credit if you complete it properly. Okay, let's go back to 4. Okay, so for the peer review, the peer review is going to be due on February 2nd because the paper is due on February 6th. And so I have a lot of information that I want you to read. And the other thing that's really important, I provided an example, okay? Type your intro paragraph and your body paragraph and your 3 sentences, type them in Word. And once you finish, then you want to cut and paste, highlight, copy, and then you're going to paste that information right here. Okay? You won't be done when you complete the intro paragraph, one body paragraph, and then you have a topic sentence and then your support, topic sentence and support. Even though you've completed that, you will not be done. You will still need to review 2 of your peers, and that will be how you can earn that 40 points. Now, when you do the review, I really need you to follow the directions. If you have questions about the directions, please, please come to office hours. Don't wait until the night that it's due to ask questions. I may not be available. I am always available during office hours. Okay? Now, I will tell you, even though I provided an example, there are errors in it. In other words, I've made up information so that if you copy it, I know you copied it. So make sure you do your own work. In the intro paragraph, we have the hook, which is a sentence about the topic. Then I want you to introduce the reading. Introduce it by identifying the author, the title, and the main point. That's one sentence. And then I want a 2-sentence review. What happened in the beginning of the article? What happened at the end of the article? Now, I took this sample from a student's work and then I took some things out, like I said, just to make sure that no one copies it. Okay, so you still want to do your own work. So if you notice, we have 1, and then there's 3, and then you have another 3 sentences, and then you have your thesis statement, which is the answer to the prompt question. Notice there's no you, no us, no our, no we. It's all in first person. Well, the first portion of it is in third, and the thesis statement is in first person because it's text to experience, which means it's about you. So this portion of it is about the reading and reviewing the reading. And the last sentence in the intro paragraph is your thesis statement. I want you to write one body paragraph. That body paragraph should identify the topic sentence, which is one point you're making about your thesis statement. Then you should explain your topic sentence, provide support, which is your direct quotation with commentary from the article to support your topic sentence, and then you have your analysis. And so I've given you an example here of how your paragraph should look, okay? Next, you need to have 3 topic sentences with support, and I've given you examples of those. Please rest in mind, I've made up most of the stuff here, so you cannot copy it. You want to make sure that you pull examples of fear that are the same examples of fear that's in the article, the Cox article. So there's nothing in the Cox article about finding a parking spot. But I can tell you that there are things in the Cox article about being afraid of essays, being afraid of talking to the instructor, being afraid or intimidated about being responsible for one's own failure. Those are the kind of things that you have to relate to in your topic sentences. Okay, and if you have more questions about that, please come and see me during office hours. So I've explained the information here. Okay, you want to make sure that you follow the same format. If you're wondering, well, what do you mean by those 2 sentences? It's going to be very similar to the format that we use for the extra credit. Now, this would be the information in terms of your um, intro paragraph. Nevertheless, if you have questions, come and see me during office hours. The last portion of it is once you've uploaded here your intro paragraph and your intro paragraph, your body paragraph, and your 3 topic sentences, you will need to go back and review 2 of your peers. And there are 6 questions that you'll need to answer, and that information is right here. And so you want to make sure you follow the directions here to go back and provide a peer review to 2 of your peers. You're not in groups. I know it says that, but you're not in groups. What you will do is just randomly choose 2 of your peers and then answer these questions in regard to that. Make sure you answer in complete sentences and you shouldn't have any problems. Okay? The next thing I wanted to go over was the reading response. I'm noticing that a lot of people are earning 14s instead of earning 20s. So I provide the main point to what I consider the most difficult reading selection of the week. The other 2, or the other reading selections, I feel are easy to identify the main point. So that is why I leave that for you to do it. I also provide an example of what the paragraph should look like. Paragraph number 1. Since there are 3 paragraphs or 3 readings for this week, notice I have 3 selections. I have 1, 2, 3. This is the format you need to follow. Now, I did something really neat this time. I provided the correct main point for Dweck and the correct main point for Cox, which means now you have access to that information, which means you should use the correct identification of the main point in your essay. Yay! Okay, so this is the format for writing paragraph number 1 with 3 authors. Okay, all right. Paragraph number 2 is listed right here. All right. So, and I think I'll need to go back and fix this because it's not available there. But don't worry, by the time you get it, it'll be fixed. Okay? All right. And then the last thing, Sunday, between now and Sunday, you want to upload your essay. You need to upload your essay in a Microsoft Word doc or docx file. You cannot do a Google Share or a Google Doc or a PDF. It has to be a Microsoft Word doc or docx. And I have provided a video for you to be able to get that information. All right, so that's all the information I wanted to give to you about week 4. If you have any questions, you can certainly email me or come to office hours. Have a great week.